Ms. Anthea Ong.
Question 16, please.
Mr. Speaker, under the Adapt and Grow initiative, Workforce Singapore and its partners provide job matching services and programs to help job seekers overcome mismatch in skills, wages, and job expectation. Persons with special needs can tap on these services too, as well as the programs to find suitable employment, particularly at the Open Door Program, or ODP, and Career Trial. In the past 3 years, more than 1,600 persons with special needs have been placed, i.e. find jobs, find placements, through these programs. The ODP, which is administered by SG Enable, provides dedicated support for employers to hire, train, and include persons with special needs in the workplace. The program provides employers with recruitment and job support services, as well as grants to redesign jobs for persons with special needs to upgrade their skills and even train co-workers to work better together with persons with special needs. So some employers may also be unsure whether a particular person with special needs will be suited for the job, while persons with special needs may also be unsure whether the job or work environment may be suitable. So therefore we have the Career Trial Program, which offers an opportunity for job seekers to train and work for employers for a short stint of 3 months, during which time the job seeker receives a training allowance from the Workforce Singapore. Since April 2018, all persons with special needs who are hired after the trial will receive retention incentives, and the employers will also receive salary support. So under the third Enabling Master Plan, the Ministry of Social and Family Development, or MSF, has been actively engaging persons with special needs and their caregivers to better understand their aspirations, needs, and challenges. So the government is also working closely with social service agencies and other partners in the private and people sectors to improve education, training, and job placements for persons with special needs and identify suitable employment opportunities for them.
Ms. Anthea Ong.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for the clarification. Actually, what concerns me, and I think maybe it's good to share with the members of the House, that last week it was reported that in terms of the number of people with disabilities who are in employment, which was given by the MSF as 8,600 to a parliamentary question I filed, against the total number of people of disabilities, we are looking at a percentage of about 4.88%. And so that in itself, I think, and without even comparing to what the other countries are doing or how the other countries are doing, you know, I would like to ask the ministry and maybe even MSF, you know, is there some sort of a national target that we are internally working towards? Because at 5%, given the resources we have, and given how fast the nature of work is changing, I do fear that this group of people with disabilities will be further marginalized if we're not bring them into the workforce, and on top of that also continue to upgrade and prepare them for the future of work. Could I please ask, you know, SPS, what sort of plans do we have in that regard?
I thank the member for her supplementary question, and certainly, you know, as an aspiration, we were both aligned. We want to see more inclusive workspaces here in Singapore. So, specific to that article, I think much of the data is picked up from data is available online, in the open public space. However, in recent years, the government has also started to collect more comprehensive data on persons with special needs. So, in the meantime, I think just bear with us, because we will be releasing more accurate estimates of the employment and unemployment rates for persons with special needs later this year, once we have a better picture of the situation. But overall, if you look at where we are today compared to, say, 4 or 5 years ago when we first set up SG Enable, and then subsequently we've developed Workforce Singapore to come in support, we've worked quite closely to look at how we can improve employability, and I think the situation has improved, as I mentioned as well, that today we've got 1,600 over the last 3 years being placed. And I think certainly we can do better. But if you look at the schemes out there? Are there enough schemes? Perhaps it can be improved, but what are the schemes like? If you look at the Open Door program, for example, we give training grants of up to 90% to employers to employ persons with special needs. And if you look at the job redesign grant, for example, in addition to 90%, we also support up to 90%, right, kept at 20,000 per special needs worker for employers to redesign jobs, to employ them, to modify their work environment and processes to also be more inclusive for persons with special needs. On top of that, if you look at the special employment credit, for example, the government provides up to 16% wage subsidy to employers to employ persons with special needs regardless of age. For those above 65, this goes up to 22% of wages for employing someone with special needs at the senior level. I mean, for those who are more senior. So to a certain sense, I think overall there is support, but what I hope is that we can get more enlightened employers on board, or more employers to be enlightened. And I think members of this House have got friends, neighbors, industry contacts, employers who can help and join this inclusive workplace initiative, or aspiration for all of us. So certainly we can all do more, but I hope that we can get more employers on board because the engines are there, the schemes are there, and certainly we can all work together towards this aspiration. Thank you.